Hi, my name is Crystal Coleman, and today I'm going to be explaining y'all how to make Bierocks. At the end of the video, I'll show you what they actually are, because I know you're probably curious on them, and I was too when my grandma first started making them for me and my siblings when we were little. But let's just say they're a tasty treat that you will love. After listening to my speech today, I hope you're able to understand the history and how to make Bierocks. I'm going to talk about the history of Bierocks, the ingredients, and how to make them. First, let's get started with the history. Bierocks are also known as runza or cabbage burgers. To better understand what a bierock is, it's a yeast dough bread pocket with a filling of beef and other ingredients. Bierocks go all the way back to the 18th century. They're from Germany and possibly Russia. In Russia, there's a similar snack like it, but it's not exactly the same. They eventually found its way to the Midwest of America, mainly in Kansas and parts of Nebraska. Bierocks were originally served to field workers, but now you're able to find them in any restaurant and every church function. Now that you know about the history, let's get started on how to make the dough. To start off with, you'll need 10 to 11 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 package of dry yeast, a half a cup of sugar, 2 teaspoons of salt, 2.5 cups of water, 1 cup of milk, 2 eggs, and a half cup of butter. The ingredients for the fillings, you'll need 2 pounds of meat, 1 large chopped onion, and 1 pound of shredded cabbage, and salt and pepper to your liking. I personally do not use that much onion, but it's completely up to you and your taste buds. And you're able to use any other type of meat seasoning you like, but I only do salt and pepper because that's all that it really needs. When making your dough, you combine the flour, yeast, sugar, and salt, and make sure you mix it really well. And after mixing it, you're going to combine the combination to the side. You're going to put it to the side. Then in a saucepan, you heat the water, milk, and butter just until the butter melts, and then you're going to remove that from the heat and you're going to let cool to 120 to 130 degrees. You can then combine the flour mixture with the eggs. After doing that, you should start blending, but blend it at a low speed until it's moistened, and then you're going to beat it at a medium speed for about 3 minutes. When kneading it, you need to knead it on a floured surface, and then you're going to place it in a greased bowl and cover and let it rise in a warm place for about an hour. Once you're kneading it, you're going to punch the dough down and let it rise again till it's doubled in size. When making the filling, it's completely simple. You cook the hamburger meat with the onions and cabbage in it, and you're going to add your seasoning, salt and pepper. Once that gets done, you're going to cook it for all about 15 minutes. Once that gets done, you're going to drain the grease completely out. And then you're going to set aside and go back to the dough. Once you lay it out and completely spread the dough out, divide the dough into fourths and roll each piece into a 15 by 10 inch square. Then you're going to go back to the filling and you're going to put it in the middle of the squares and bring the 4 corners up over the filling and pinching the corners together. After I've done all of that, I put a little flour from the counter on top of the Bierocks and help the corner pieces all stick together, because some of them do tend to fall apart in the oven, but not all of them. Now when baking them, you bake them at 375 degrees for about 20 minutes or until golden brown. Then after that, you're able to let them cool and enjoy your tasty treat. So after listening to my speech, I hope you're able to make Bierocks. I'm so glad that this treat has been passed down onto me, and I plan on passing this down to my children. Today, I talked about the history, the ingredients, and how to make them. I hope you all enjoyed. And now I get to show you what they actually look like. And this is what they look like after it gets done. And it's really good. Thank you all for listening to my speech.